Think of someone important in your life, someone close, someone you say you love or respect. Now imagine you discovered something about that person, something true, something they don't know you know, and something that, if you said it, would change everything between you. You have 10 seconds to decide. Do you speak or do you stay silent? Don't answer with what you should do. Answer with what your instinct already chose before I finish speaking. Level 1. Your best friend has been in a relationship for 3 years. You discover by accident that their partner is cheating. You have the proof. They have no idea. If you tell them, you will destroy their relationship with their partner and possibly the stability of the life they built. If you stay silent, they will keep living inside a lie they didn't choose. What do you do? Before answering, notice what happened in your body just now. Was there a contraction, a hesitation, or did the answer come clear and immediate as if the question were obvious? If the answer came immediately, you operate by a fixed value system where truth takes priority over comfort. You believe at the level of instinct that people have the right to know the reality they live in, regardless of the emotional cost. If you hesitated, started calculating the variables, imagining the consequences, thinking about how they would react, you aren't choosing between truth and lies. You are choosing between their comfort and your own peace. And that is a far more revealing choice than it appears. Because when you protect someone from a truth they have the right to know, you aren't making a decision for them. You are making a decision about them. You are deciding alone and in silence what they are capable of bearing. Level 2. Now the scenario shifts. It's no longer about your friend. It's about you. Someone close asks you directly about something you'd rather they hadn't asked, about a decision you made, about something you did or didn't do, about a feeling you have that this person doesn't know about. The truth will create conflict. It will generate discomfort. It will open a conversation you don't want to have. Do you speak? Notice again the speed of your response. And notice especially whether it was different from your response in level 1. Because most people have different standards for the truth they give and the truth they receive. They demand honesty from others with an ease they can't apply to themselves. If you answer differently in the 2 levels, you've already found your real hierarchy of values, not the one you declare out loud, not the one you defend when the subject is about someone else, the one you practice when the truth carries a personal cost. That is the only map that matters. Because character isn't revealed in easy choices. It's revealed when the truth costs something. Level 3. Now I'm going to remove any comfortable exit. You are in a situation where the truth is going to hurt someone you love. It won't destroy that person's life, but it will cause real, immediate pain. And silence in this case is not neutral. Silence is an active choice to protect peace at the cost of reality. You already know what you're going to choose. And what you're feeling right now isn't moral doubt. It's the discomfort of seeing yourself clearly. There's no right answer here. There is only what you actually are when the choice has weight. There is a mechanism psychologists call cognitive conflict avoidance. When truth threatens the stability of a relationship we value, the brain activates a protection system that reinterprets silence as care. You're not lying, you're protecting, you're not avoiding, you're being sensitive. This process happens in fractions of a second before you have any awareness of it. And the result is that the most dangerous lie you tell isn't the one you tell others. It's the one you tell yourself about your own motives. This system is sophisticated and almost impossible to detect in real time because it doesn't feel like a choice. It feels like a natural conclusion. The narrative builds itself and you believe it because you need to believe it. Because admitting that you chose comfort over truth would require revising the image you have of yourself. And that is a cost most people aren't willing to pay. The difference between the person who chooses truth and the person who chooses peace isn't in moral character. It's in tolerance for discomfort. The person who speaks the hard truth developed a capacity to bear the tension that comes afterward. They know there will be friction, that there will be pain, that the relationship will go through real pressure. And they choose to do it anyway because they believe that shared reality is worth more than manufactured harmony. The person who chooses peace isn't a coward. They are rational within their own value system. They calculated the cost of truth and decided the price was too high. The problem isn't that choice itself. The problem is when they refuse to acknowledge that they made a choice. When they convert silence into virtue. When they call protection what is, in reality, self-preservation disguised as care. When they spend years believing they are a generous and kind person, without ever noticing that the kindness they practice is selective, that they protect the people they love from the truth, but also protect themselves from conflict. Now, the question nobody wants to answer: how many times has someone chosen peace over truth with you? How many conversations never happened because the other person decided the cost was too high? How many real opinions were replaced by responses that preserved the harmony? How many people around you are silent about something you would need to know? You can't know. And that is the most disturbing part of this test, because the choice between truth and peace doesn't only happen inside you. It happens in every person who knows you. And each of them made at some point the same calculation you just made. They weighed the cost of telling you something real. And some decided it wasn't worth it. There is research in relationship psychology showing that most people end relationships not because of conflict, but because of the accumulation of silences. Small, unspoken truths that piled up until they created a distance that neither person can name. The relationship didn't explode. It simply hollowed out from the inside, silently, while both pretended everything was fine. You've been in that relationship. Maybe you're in one now. And if you are, you probably can't identify the exact moment it began. Because silence has no timestamp. It doesn't arrive with a warning. It simply occupies the space that truth left empty. And by the time you notice the distance, it has already been there for longer than you realize. What separates those who choose truth from those who choose peace isn't courage in the dramatic sense. It's the understanding that manufactured harmony has an expiration date. That accumulated silence protects no one. That the pain of a hard conversation is sharp and passes. But the slow erosion of a relationship built on what was never said is a pain that doesn't pass. It only grows silently until one day, the distance between two people is too great for any truth to cross. The question this test leaves isn't whether you choose truth or peace. It's whether you can be honest about which one you actually choose when no one is judging you for the answer. See you in the next analysis,